Good morning, YouTube. Matt and Roy back once again. How do you guys like my new hairdo? Trying this Old Spice gel. It's actually more of like a cream that'll spike your hair up a little bit, and yeah, just going for a little bit of a new look. Well, happy Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and a happy New Year to everyone out there. And just before you ask, yes, these are Santa suspenders. Trying something else new. I usually wear a belt with my jeans, but because I put on a couple of pounds from the holidays, suspenders are just a little bit more comfortable. But that's what we are going to talk about today. I want to let everybody know that the few pounds that I did put on over the holidays, mostly muscle weight, but we are going to take those off. And I'm going to tell you guys a little bit later in this video how exactly I'm going to do that. But I want to show you my little assembly line here, because you ask me all the time, Matt, how do you rebuild all these computers so quickly? Well, I take a tip from Henry Ford, and I kind of built a little assembly line here. So I'm going to turn you guys around and show you exactly what I've been doing. Talk to you in a moment. All right, everybody, so here is my little assembly line of computers here. These are pretty much all Compaq or HP Compaq 6000 series systems. They're all either 6000, 6200, 6300 systems. But basically what I do when I have to refurbish a multitude of computers is I'll go ahead and start the Windows install on the first one, and when that finishes the Windows install, I'll go ahead and start the install on the second computer. Then I'll go ahead and go back to the first one, and I'll go ahead and start installing the different programs, and then I'll just move on from there. So when that Windows install finishes, go ahead and start it on this one, and then start installing the programs on that. So it's basically like the assembly line process. This streamlines things, makes it a lot smoother, and I get these systems rebuilt and out to the clients much faster. Now, just to show you what I have been using recently for boot drives, at least, I have some of these PNY CS900 SSDs. These are great speed boosts. You got, well, these boast 535 megabytes per second read speeds and 500 megabyte write speeds. And in my experience, that is pretty darn close. Now, it's going to depend on the type of computer that you have as to whether or not you'll get that full speed. But just to give an example, these are all Pentium dual cores, G640s running at 2.8 gigahertz. And I can pretty much get those speeds, maybe a little bit less than 535. When I ran Crystal Disk Mark, I think I got like maybe it was 502 or 505 megabytes per second read, and then maybe about 480 megabytes per second write. So definitely darn close. And these are on sale this week at Best Buy for $27.99, so $28 for a 240 gigabyte SSD. Really good. Really good price there. And then sometimes what I'll do if people need extra storage, I'll go ahead and add something like a 1 or a 2 terabyte Western Digital Caviar green or black drive. I'm staying away from Seagate hard drives because the quality of them have just gone down so much over the past few years. But this is a decent drive. It's a little on the older side, but I get these in bulk, usually on eBay. They are used, but they're fully tested, no errors, usually pretty low hours, usually under 10 or 15,000 hours. So right now I'm going and finishing the installs on this. I went ahead and just did a mem test on this system right under me real quick because I thought maybe I had a bad stick of memory, but as you can see here, everything passes. So awesome sauce. I'm going to go ahead and make myself some lunch, see what the rest of the day brings, and I'll talk to you guys on the flip side. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about the holidays as it pertains to diet, exercise, what have you. Most of you guys know by now, and I said it before, that I have put on a few pounds. I think the whole family has. We all tend to during the holidays, right, Mom?
Yes, unfortunately.
Mom's in there. She's saying the same thing. We've all pretty much put on some weight. I'm around 220 now, and granted, quite a bit of that is muscle weight because when I was in upstate New York, I actually did put on a lot of muscle. But I wouldn't be surprised if there's maybe 3, 4, or 5 pounds of actual fat added on just because of all the fatty food you eat during the holiday. So I'm going to show you guys what you need to eat every morning to help you lose weight. This will boost your metabolism and will give your body that extra kick it needs to go ahead and work through all the food you eat for the rest of the day. So let me turn you around, show you exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so in this cabinet is the secret to your weight loss, and that is the steel cut oats. Now you can get the traditional, which is the one that I like. This is the one you have to cook on the stove for about 30 minutes. Or you can get the ones that are cut up more, the quick cook ones. And that's the only difference, is they're cut up a lot more. You can see that these are basically whole, almost whole oats, basically. They're pretty large, actually. The quick cook ones are just milled a little bit more. But what I usually do in the morning is I'll go ahead and make 2 servings. So I actually cut the 4 in half. So I use, let's see, 2 cups of water, half a cup of the oats, and then I'll put in a little bit of salt, pepper, and a little tiny bit of butter, usually about a tablespoon. And I usually use strawberries. I put strawberries in it, just a little bit of maple syrup, and then I buy these Del Monte mango cups. These are actually really, really good. Now, during the summer, I like to use fresh mangoes, but unfortunately, you really can't find them around here this time of year, so I just use one of these. And the cool thing is these are actually in their own natural juice. It's not heavy syrup. So when you put that in there, it's not adding in a lot of extra sugar. Now, if I go in here, I'll show you what it actually looks like. I pre-cook my breakfast the day before. I actually do it while I'm eating breakfast, and I can get some extra steps in. But you can see right here, this is the steel cut oatmeal. This is what it looks like when it's cooked. Yeah, it does kind of look like a science experiment gone horribly wrong, but I can assure you that doctored up the right way, as I said before, it actually tastes really, really good. And these are the strawberries that I use. These are basically just strawberries that I cut up. I froze in quartz freezer bags, and the nice thing about that is after you freeze them, you let them sit for about a week in the freezer, then you pull them out, you thaw it, and it'll actually make its own syrup. You can see the syrup forming on the bottom. Now, these are still partially frozen, but as they thaw, it'll actually make juice, and it makes a nice syrup for your oatmeal in the morning. So if you eat this in the morning, with plenty of fresh fruit. I actually eat this with a banana, which we always keep over there, and my coffee. Then I have a sensible lunch. And a lot of times, this time of year, I'll just fast. I won't even eat dinner. So eating those 2 meals a day, I'll be able to drop this weight in no time. Well, I was going to go ahead and do some cold starts today, but I think we're going to have to wait until I go back up to upstate New York, because look at that. 52 degrees. 53 degrees, just went up, 88% humidity. So here in Virginia, we're kind of in a heat wave at the moment, which is okay. I mean, I do enjoy the heat somewhat, but I do miss the colder temperatures. Hey, Baxter, what are you doing? What you doing, buddy? Everybody's been asking about you guys. It's the morning, so right now he's just stalking whatever's out there. Squirrels. Oh, you know you're not supposed to go up there, silly cat. Let's see, is there anything out there for you to stalk? No, nothing at the moment. Usually there's a couple squirrels or some ravens or something he likes to look at. If I go outside, it'll kind of freak him out a little bit, I think. Here's that mongoose excursion bike that I picked up in Norwich when I was upstate and had to put together. Pretty much got it the way I want, though. I'm still having some issues with the disc brake. I need to go ahead and adjust it better because it's really not tight. You can see I pull on the handle and I can actually still kind of move the tire, so I need to tighten that up a little bit. There's like a set screw that's right there, and you got to loosen that, and then you have to tighten up the 2 bolts on the other side. You can see them right there, one on top, one on bottom. So I'll have to work on that today. Let's see where Baxter went. Are you in the window, buddy? I'm walking in Mom's rock garden right now. No, he must have went down. This is an interesting little feeder Mom got for the winter. This is like bird suet, they call it. It's kind of got like bird seed and lard. And what happens is the birds come here, they perch, the little birds, like the finches and the starlings, perch on this. and then they go ahead and put their beaks in and they actually eat this. You could see right there where a couple birds have already gotten to it. We haven't had too many visitors yet. I don't think it's quite cold enough. I think we probably got to wait till January or February for them to really go to town on this. But as the weather gets colder, just like people need more fat in their diet, so do birds. So yeah, be interesting to see how many birds will visit this. And of course, it's nice for the cats because when there are birds here, Baxter and Milo will share this window and they'll look intensely at it just to see the birds visit. What do you want? What do you want, Bax? Show Matt what you want. Show Matt what you want. Play cute. Play cute. Come on. Play cute, Baxter. You know what you want. You got to beg for it. Nope. You know what you have to do. You got to show everybody what you do. Come on. Look. What do you do? That's what you do. He's saying, yep, I want those treats. Huh? Do I want that? I want those tweets. He's like, I want those tweets. You got to give me those tweets. Yeah, you're a spoiled cat. You, I don't mind giving some treats. Look at him headbutt that till they come out. But Milo, we really got to be careful with because Milo's getting a little on the chunky side. Well, I just show you guys what Baxter does when he wants his food. And he purrs when he eats, too. You're a very weird kitty, Baxter. Yet you are. Okay, so it's 1:19. I finished my last meal today at about 1 o'clock, maybe 1:05 if I'm perfectly honest with you guys. I had the chicken salad with a couple slices of tomato, mustard. I had the Ingelhofer's German mustard on there, and I had a cup of my 15-bean soup. So to recap for today, I've had my oatmeal with the strawberries and the mangoes, the banana, coffee. Then I had a nice-sized piece of cheesecake, to be more specific, sweet potato cheesecake. And I had the lunch that I just mentioned. And I also had a little bit of dark chocolate, a couple little slices of dark chocolate, or cubes, I should say. And then I had a little piece of beer batter bread. I know, isn't that hard to say? Beer batter bread with butter on it. So calorie-wise, again, looking at about 3,500 calories for today. But the secret is I ate those between 8 a.m. and 1 p.m. I'm not going to eat anything until tomorrow morning at around 8 a.m. So that'll give my body time to work through all that food, digest everything. I'm going to go on a bike ride a little bit later. And we're going to do this. I'm actually going to do this for the next week or so. I'm going to be really careful, probably going to keep out a lot of the sweets. So no more cookies, no more cakes, no more pies, nothing like that. And we'll see if my weight goes back down. I'm, again, sitting right at about 220 pounds, so I want to get down back to at least 210. That is kind of like my sweet spot. That is the maintainable weight that I can maintain comfortably without having to starve myself. I'm going to have to turn this around because somebody's being super cute. So let me turn this around and show you what's going on my bed right there. What are you doing, Mr. Milo? What are you doing, buddy? Are you being a cute kitty? You being a good boy, Milo? I think we got Baxter on this vlog earlier. Now it's time to give Milo some attention. Good boy. Good boy, Milo. If you kind of rub their hip a little bit, they love it usually. That nice? Oh, no, what? What happened? Oh, he just wants to cuddle. He's going to be a little cuddle bug. And get a little belly action there, Milo. Oh, look at you. Look at you, buds. You're so happy. You're a good boy, Mr. Milo. Yes, you are. All right, everybody. 2:35 right now. Actually getting just a little bit hungry, but as long as I fight it for a little bit longer, then I won't have to eat anything until tomorrow. Need to go ahead and check the mail. I'm looking hopefully to get a couple of things. One being some wireless cards in. The next being the brake pedal switch for the Yukon that I need to change out. Something I've had to do for a while. That, I believe, is why the cruise control isn't working. So once I get that changed out, hopefully the cruise control will work again. And it looks like the mail came, but again, no packages. So, it's typical. Right after Christmas usually takes a long time to get your packages. They're trying to play catch up from all the gifts that have been sent through the mail. But that's going to be it, tubers. Hope you guys enjoyed the vlog. Maybe I'll keep my hair like this. Maybe I won't. You'll have to stay tuned to find out. Please like and subscribe. And as always, have a blessed day, everybody.